Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a reading for the sign of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Sagittarius, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, you can find that information in my Buy Me a Coffee link, my official Instagram and TikTok, all listed in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance. Sag, I hope that you're doing well. I'm going to be using two decks for your reading today. The first one, for the overall energy for the reading, will be from the Elemental Oracle by Stacey DeMarco, and a new deck to my channel. It's very exciting. Todd Alcott's the Sci-Fi Tarot, which has given some amazing readings so far. And he is the author and illustrator of the Bulk Tarot, which is a deck I've used many, many times on my channel, and I love it so much. So I couldn't resist getting this Sci-Fi Tarot. I hope that you guys enjoy it. The cards have been pre-shuffled. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Angels, spirits, guides, what messages do you have for Sagittarius, please? Number 15 of the Major Arcana. Interesting. The Devil card. That's Capricorn energy. But in this deck, the 15 represents Earth and home, which is also what Capricorn can represent as an Earth sign. Cannot ignore the fact that 15 corresponds to the Devil, though. So there could be something in your life right now that you feel might be, Spirit just said, grounding you to the spot. And for a Sagittarius, Sagittarians don't like to be rooted too deeply to any spot. You are the adventurers, you are the travelers, you are the great lovers of history and language. And there's a dynamic about Sagittarius energy that involves so much, to me, wonder. It represents wonder. I'm a Sag rising, and I never would have thought this about myself until I really started to embrace that part of my chart and that part of my personality. You're bold, you're brave, and you're no nonsense. Sagittarians don't mess around. And there's something about home, I think, that is really important to you right now. I'm also really drawn to this light source here. I'm sorry if my lighting is a little off. It's winter time in the northern hemisphere, and so the light is going down. The sun is setting a little bit faster, so I have to turn on some artificial lights. But I'm focused on this light right here. It's kind of coming from the crown chakra. So there's part of your crown chakra that could be activated. You could be getting a lot of downloads from spirit. It could be overwhelming, right? Because part of that devil energy sometimes likes to push and pull us, and perhaps sometimes provide a little bit of distraction, right? Her eyes are closed. I feel as though this character is just taking in the energy, but this whole image feels a little strange, right? Because we have this light source here, but it also feels like we're underwater, even though she doesn't look like she's underwater in any way, her figure. She's got growth coming out of here. It's like, looks like terra firma here and fruit and everything, but she's facing off to the side. We can't really see, her eyes are closed, her arms are crossed. So it's just like, I don't know, it feels like I don't have full access. And so maybe that's a little bit of the energy that you might be giving out to the world at this time. You're not allowing the world to have as much access to you, and that's perfectly fine. It's called drawing boundaries. Because you're trying to build something, you're trying to grow something, perhaps having to do with your stability, your home. But there's a dichotomy there. It's like buying a new house and then being, you know, tied to a mortgage. So something that you worked for, you looked forward to, but then it just becomes another thing that you have to pay off, that you have to work for. Like you work towards getting it, and then after you get it, you still have to, unless you're lucky enough to pay out of pocket, one and done, house paid off. Most people aren't. So I see there's this push and pull energy to this card. We shall see. I'm going to pull 3 cards for the base spread, 3 cards for clarifier. Past, present, and future. And at the end, a card of advice from Spirit. I hear yelling outside, girl voices, kid voices. It's interesting too. I haven't finished pulling the cards yet, but I did pull the 3 of Cups for the past energy. That's friendship. That's friendship, so we'll get to it. I am not taking any reversals for this series of readings. No reversals. Two more. Thank you, Spirit. All right. So the Devil card did not show up yet. We might see him, we might not. That's okay. It's okay if he shows up. I mean, in his tarot card form. We all have to deal with devil energy at some point or at many points in our lives. Devil card represents codependency, addiction, negative self-talk, doubt, fear, things that we all have to grow from and deal with and contemplate and face at some point in our lives. It's the energy that we have to, in a way, you have to make friends. And when I say that very loosely. Like you have to make peace with the fact that the devil exists in symbolically. Because the more comfortable you are with that, the more you can overcome whatever the devil energy tries to keep you from, namely happiness. In the past energy, like I showed you before, the 3 of Cups. Cups is water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The 3 graces of Dimension Q, sisters, friends, and masters of revels. Revels, revelry. 3 of Cups can often talk about celebration, coming together, clinking glasses, partying, drinking. And it's just interesting that it came out as I heard outside my apartment window, the laughter, the female, I've heard female voices and I heard laughter, right? So there could be something in your past energy where you were really, really connected to soul tribe. It doesn't have to be women, but it's just the idea of people celebrating, and not just celebrating, but celebrating you. And even though the character on this card is fully clothed, it's very, at first glance, it might not seem like it, so I'm just going to cover up a little bit of this. It's the 9 of Cups. This card is fully clothed, but it's very tan, so it doesn't, I don't want to take any risks. 9 of Cups to clarify the 3 of Cups. So right off the bat, for a fire sign, we're seeing a lot of water. So something that could have emotional ties for you in the past. 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment and healing. It's the minor arcana version of the Star card. So something really going your way. I think you probably experienced some kind of emotional victory in your recent past that caused you to really gather everyone together to celebrate with you. What was it, Spirit? Because now I want to know. I mean, it's going to be different for everybody, but what are we celebrating from the past energy? The 9 of Pentacles. luxury at the end of the world, an oasis of riches to sustain herself. Nine of Pentacles is the minor arcana version of the Empress card. This is pre-Empress energy. So somebody really, maybe you started your own business, you became autonomous in some way. For some people, maybe you retired. This is somebody who has worked really diligently on themselves and their own abundance and is now at the point of being able to enjoy it. And you have 2 nines, double 9. Very significant. Congratulations, because that's a beautiful energy. It's like looking fabulous, feeling fabulous. That's 9 of Pentacles energy. Very abundant. Good for you, Sag. Now, it doesn't just have to talk about money. It could talk about a relationship. Maybe you finished a passion project. Maybe you finished a book, artwork, an album. I don't know. Maybe you've achieved some kind of level of greatness that you have been working so hard for. It's finally has come to fruition. Whatever it is, congratulations, because I see it here. So in the present energy, it feels a little bit like, now what? 2 of Wands. The 2 of Wands can talk about directionality and not knowing what direction to move in next. See here, he's playing with the universe. He's playing with the cosmos, with the solar system. He's got the earth in his grasp. There's a reader on YouTube at Minopon Tarot, Chris Rack, and he always talks about the 2 of Wands as, you know, you're holding the world, but you want a bigger world. It's like you're contemplating your next move, but it's like you want more, or you want different, or you want it. It's a little bit like sometimes like hard to stay in the present moment because you're looking already for the next thing. Right? And sometimes that can feel a little like devil energy. See how it's like she's not even acknowledging us, right? She's looking to the next thing. She's looking at something over here. But we're right in front of her and she's not looking at us. So there could be something to that about being able to not forget to ground yourself in the present moment. It's clarified by number 7 of the major arcana, the Chariot card. That's Cancer energy. The unstoppable vessel. To me, this is like Sag saying, you know, I hear what you're saying, but I'm already moving. I'm already on my way. Right? But these 2 cards feel like, this one clarifies this one, but they kind of feel like they're in tension. They're contentious. Because this is like wondering where you're going to go. And this one's like, let's get a move on already. Now, you could be of the mindset, like, I'm just going to get in the car and drive. I don't drive, but a lot of people tell me that sometimes they just do that. They get in a car and they just drive because it helps them clear their thoughts. But for me, it's kind of like, but where are you going? What do you want to do? Where are we driving to? Do you have a plan? You do you, Sagittarius, but I feel like it might be a good idea to have a plan. Let's get a card of clarifier for that one. For the present energy for Sagittarius, the Hermit. The plan is to be by myself. Number 9 of the major arcana, this is Virgo energy. Alone among the stars. So in the past energy here, it was a lot of celebration and it was wonderful. But now we're at this place where we're trying to figure out where we're going, and the only way that we can do that is if we have some alone time. So this seriously could be you getting behind the wheel of your car and just taking a drive, going into the mountains, going into the landscape, clearing your head. Or you could be going into a space of quiet contemplation and meditation. The Hermit card talks about being able to look at the things that the devil energy triggers in us, our fears, our misgivings, our doubts, and really healing ourselves, like figuring out, like, why is it that I hate to do X, Y, and Z? And why is it that anytime somebody mentions this, I get really triggered and upset? The Hermit card allows you, the Hermit energy allows you to sit with that for a little while, sit with the discomfort, and maybe figure out why you get triggered, and then just say, you know what, I'm gonna let that go. And it's not always that easy, but sometimes it is that easy. Sometimes it is just like, oh, I remember when I was 7 years old and that person said that mean thing to me, and like, what a jerk, and why did I care, and why do I care now, and I'm not gonna care about that anymore, and just really heal your heart from it. So there's something here that you know that you are trying to figure out. And I know that this is a painful thing because spirit is like pulsing my eardrum. Anytime that happens in this ear, it's because whatever I'm saying to whoever I'm talking to is triggering. Because I feel resistance. That's a feeling of resistance. It's something that I've learned about this gig. It's something that indicates to me that it's difficult to talk about. And maybe part of you just wants to blast through it like, I'm out of here. I don't want to deal with this anymore. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And there's another part of you that's just like, well, we should think about where we're going first so that we don't make a mistake. And in parentheses, I just saw the word again. Take it as it resonates. But I clearly saw that in parentheses, the word again, so that we don't make the mistake again. In the future potential, things look nice. 10 of Pentacles. So then you went from the 9 of Pentacles to the 10. So eventually it is really going to encompass soul tribe, family, stability, abundance. But the card here says the ideal family has cloning gone too far. Has cloning gone too far. This came out for, I think, it came out for one of the water signs. And it was one of these things where, you know, you see the same face on every figure here. And I was joking with them that's like, sometimes you wish, there's so much to do in a day. Sometimes you wish there were 10 of you. But what a nightmare that would be, right? we don't need to see 10 of us. But maybe there's that wish that you have so much you want to accomplish and so much you want to do and so many people you want to spend time with. And there just aren't enough hours in the day. But if we step back from that sentiment for a second, instead of looking at what we don't have, 10 of us, maybe we can look at what we do have, these really precious moments that we can truly enjoy the present moment, truly enjoy the present company with someone, sharing life, love, thoughts, memories, music, art, exploration, travel with others, and just really connecting. But it is clarified in your future potential with the 7 of Swords. He stole weapons from the invaders, but was it justice? 7 of Swords talks about strategy. So now, where you might not have had the strategy here in the present moment, you're still trying to figure that out. In the future potential, you're going to have it. And you're going to run with it. Literally, you're going to run with it to be able to lead you to your ultimate happiness. Right? And also, it definitely helps if you stay in the present moment and grateful in the present moment, because that always puts you in a very high vibration to then go after the next thing. I'm going to pull one card of advice from Spirit, close out the reading. This is for Sagittarius. Wow, this card has come out a lot. Number 16 of the Major Arcana, the Tower, Aries and Scorpio. The Tower card appears when we might have been a little too procrastinating or complacent about something, and Spirit says, Sag, enough is enough. I'm gonna lovingly kick you in the behind and get you back on your path, right? Because you might have been overthinking, or I don't know what. We gotta get you right back on your path. Because something here has not been working, and that's going to collapse. You know, and this is all kind of symbolic, right? I mean, it could be, the Tower represents shock, awe, and upheaval. And that it doesn't mean it's a bad thing. You know, a Tower moment could be getting a new job, getting a dream job. But it's a Tower moment because it's a massive change. So just take it as it resonates. But Spirit is giving this to me that, like, something's got to change. Something's got to give. Something's got to move. You already know something's got to move. I don't think that you're quite aware of what it is yet. Spirit is pointing you towards the thing that you have been hesitating about and procrastinating about. It's time to rip off the band-aid of whatever that is. Always for your best and highest good, with harm to none. That's your reading, Sagittarius. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Sag.